talking to Kirk Gibson because they'd mic'd up the managers.
Right.
Tell me about that. It's such a great byplay.
Well, we got to back up a few innings. About the second inning of the ball game in Detroit. It was Game 5, and so I just pop out in the dugout. You know, I've been up in the clubhouse, kind of getting ready and ready to go down and get in the bullpen, and I come out and Gibson's up, and I just pop out into the dugout. Tim Lawler, a left-handed pitcher, is standing there. He's probably my best friend on the team, and he said, "Hey, how'd Gibby do against you?" I said, "I own him." It just jumped out of my mouth, you know, and I never said anything like, never even, you know, if I had success against a guy, just, you know, don't wake up a dead horse, you know, or whatever, you know, don't wake him up, you know, and just leave it alone. And it just flew out of my mouth. I own him. Well, if I faced Gibson, and I did own him, and he'll even say it, if I faced him, and the statistics read something like this, if I faced him 50 times, I struck him out 49 times. Really, it's that crazy. It's that it's exactly that. And I think he made contact one time with the ball, and that was it. And so now, fast forward into the, you know, 9th inning or 8th inning or whatever, 8th inning, I guess it was, bottom of the 8th, and Gibby, here comes Gibby, you know, and Dick Williams is going 4. Put him on, you know, like this from the dugout, and Terry Kennedy gives me 4 like that, and I'm going, no. I said, no, I don't want to walk him, you know, I don't want to walk him. And Terry's looking over at Dick, and Dick's going like this, and I'm going, no. So all of a sudden, somebody called timeout. Kennedy or somebody, Dick, I think, called timeout, and he comes running out.
Troy took 3 of the first 4 against the Padres. In Game 5, the Bengals led by a run in the 8th as Kirk Gibson came up with runners on 2nd and 3rd to face a pitcher who didn't want to walk the bases full, Goose Gossage.
You want the infield in on him?
No. He don't want to walk you. He don't want to walk you.
Fastball pitcher against fastball hitter in a classic confrontation. Kirk Gibson's devastating blast, his second home run of the game, staked the Tigers to an 8-4 victory, providing Detroit with a 4th World Championship in the 84-year history of the franchise. A decisive finish to the year of the Tiger.
And he said, well, he doesn't want to walk him. I said, no, I want to go after him. You know, I said, let's go after him. He goes, okay, all right. He says, go after him. Next pitch, in the upper deck. Shit. Should have walked him. But you know, if I had it to do over again, the success really that I did, you know, I'm not making an excuse, but I hadn't pitched in 8 or 10 days. I think it was 10 days from the time that I'd pitched in a ball game to that game there. So it'd been a long time since I'd been in a ball game. So, you know, I wasn't real sharp that night, but regardless of that, you know, with the success that I had against him, you know, to this day, I tip my cap to him. He hit it into the upper deck, and you know, the rest is history. But you know, maybe I'm stupid, but I don't think I think I'd have done the same thing over again. You know.
What did Williams say?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. Nothing. There's nothing he could say. You know, I took it all. You know, and so we're sitting in the clubhouse, and I'm sitting in front of my locker, and Lawler's about 4 or 5 lockers down from me, right? And I'm sitting there, you know, and I'm just sitting there in front of my locker. I'm stunned, you know. I can't believe what has just happened. You know, the game's over. They're world champions. We're like, I'm sitting there. I'm just shaking my head, and for some reason I just looked over, you know, and I was kind of looking at guys, you know, and I looked over and there's Lawler, and he's got his glove over over his face, and he's laughing his ass off because he very, he knows what I said in the second inning when I came out. I own him. Yeah, right. I said that's your home run. But I'm, it's real quiet in there. You can hear a pin drop, and I'm like, and I to this day, I tell him, that's your goddamn home run. That I didn't give that home run. That's your home run. That's all yours, man. I said.
Runners on second and third to face a pitcher who didn't want to walk the bases full. Goose Gossage.
You want the infield in on him?
No. He don't want to walk you. Yeah, he don't want to walk you.
Fastball pitcher against fastball hitter in a classic confrontation. Kirk Gibson's devastating blast, his second home run of the game, staked the Tigers to an 8-4 victory, providing Detroit with a fourth world championship in the 84-year history of the franchise. A decisive finish to the year of the Tiger.
The longer I'm retired now, the harder it is for me to even reflect back on it. I can't believe I did what I did and had the career that I had. It was, I always said, it's like a 10-year-old kid going to Disney World for the first time and getting on their favorite ride and not getting off for 22 years. And, that's kind of the way it was. And I still can't comprehend what I did.
Goose, real quick, when you get to the podium at Cooperstown, can you give me a snapshot, just a couple of, if what you would like to say when that day comes?
I have no idea. I really don't. I don't know what I'd say. I really don't. I haven't even thought about it. I'm not there yet, and people want me to sign stuff HOF. I won't do that. Until I'm in and until it's till I get that call. I don't know what I'm going to say. I've never looked behind. I said the reason why I was a great relief pitcher is I had a bad memory. I had a short memory. And the best thing you reliever can have is a short memory, because you think about what happened last night bad, and I guarantee it's going to happen bad again tonight. So I forgot. I learned to forget yesterday. I've never lived in tomorrow. Tomorrow's out of sight as far as I'm concerned. I've always concentrated on what I'm doing right now, and so I really haven't thought about that speech at all. I just can't even. It's impossible to comprehend it, really, just to even think and be considered for the Hall of Fame. When you start out a career, as I said, all I wanted to do is put a big league uniform on one time, and to think that back then, if somebody had said, "Hey, you might go into the Hall someday," I said, "Oh, you're full of crap," But it's unbelievable career. Yeah, I just had so much fun.
Thank
you for your time.
This has been terrific.
You're welcome. You're welcome.